dreamers. I'm Azima Lila Forrest, and I work with dreams. And I have a guest with me today on this video. My guest is Linda Amon Smith, who's been doing dream work with me for 10 years. And she's what I call a champion dreamer. And we'll find out why. Welcome, Linda. Thank you so much for being here with me today.
Thank you, Azima. I love the idea of champion dreamer. It sounds like I crossed the finish line and I'm keeping on going. So thank you.
I think so. So our topic today, and the reason that I invited you to be with me today is because you're so good at this. We set our intentions to remember these dreams, and then we get them and we write them down. We share them in the group. And then we ask the question, what is this dream calling me to? And there are a number of different ways that we might respond to the message in a dream. And you're so great at listening to that, hearing that, and then following up on it that I wanted to go into this with you today. So why don't you get the ball rolling? What are some of the ways in which we respond to the call of a dream?
Well, you know, Zima, one of the things that I have really come to believe after all of these years of working together is that there really is teaching and messaging and healing going on in every dream. And for that to really be effective, it's like if I have a bottle of medicine, I should take the medicine. If I am, taking a course, I should take notes and do something with it. And the same with a dream. Mm-hmm. So I really love the processes that you have put forth that we've used in the group, and turning the dream story into what's it telling me and guiding me to do, and then translating that and putting that into action in my real life is like practicing any kind of a practice. The better I get at that, the more the loop happens so that the stronger the dreams get. Yes. And so I think it is really important for anyone who's experimenting with dreams to figure out, what can I do that this dream is telling me to do, and do it in my regular waking life.
Mm-hmm. So what are some of the things that you have done in response to dreams?
Well, you know, Azima, the one that I really think about a lot is that dream that I had a little over a year ago in August of 2019 about waking up on a riverbank with an alligator biting my back. Yes. And at the time, we, in the dream group, we thought, well, what is alligator telling you? Well, I found out 3 months later that I had a tumor growing on my spine. And so I worked with that idea of what the dream looked like with the river and the riverbank, and then the alligator that I splashed back into the water. And then I had a follow-up visionary dream, perhaps you remember, about a being that was sort of like a beaver, but also like a catfish. Yes. So what I do really regularly is I speak to that being, whom I have called my phage, F-H-A-G-E, because that's a scavenger who goes and destroys deadly invaders. And I'm really pleased to tell you that I recently had another quick dream of the phage, and the phage has grown. Oh. So I know the phage has been eating those alligator eggs so that they don't hatch. Wonderful. Was that too much information, or was that okay?
Oh, it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Some of the other things that we can do and that I have seen you do is, number one, you're a fabulous researcher. When you get a word or a name that you're not familiar with or you want to know more about, what do you do with that?
You're right. I'm a trained researcher, and I'm just sort of like intellectually curious. So I will, of course, we'll all go to Wikipedia first. It's a good place to start. But then I found myself really delving much more deeply into something if I really want to follow it up. So for example, the phage idea, P-H-A-G-E, that's a medical term. Yes. And so I was thrilled when I read about what microphages and autophages do. And then I thought, that must be what that being is. And once I got that message, I felt like I'd heard its name.
Yes.
And you know, names have power.
Yes.
So I then wanted to speak to the phage whenever I was getting ready to have my intention at night to dream, and call the phage if it has any messages for me to come and speak to me.
Wonderful.
So yeah, I really do like to research, and I really do like to bring it into our waking world and then take it back into the dream.
Yes, indeedy. And you know, one that seems sort of self-evident, but it's important to mention it, I think, is that when we dream of someone who we know, someone that we love, perhaps, maybe someone that we haven't been in contact with for a while, the dream can serve as an impetus to contact that person and to get back in touch. That's another way. And then a most interesting creative one for me is to create something in our waking life that comes out of an image in the dream. Would you like to speak to that a little bit?
Well, I still have and am periodically drawing my dream cards. So I actually have them on the table behind me. I think, no, I might have put them in the other room. I put them in the other room, but essentially I would take an image from the dream and draw it on the card. And that really helps me make it real. So very quickly, I had a dream one night that in my backyard, where I have just now pots of plants, I had ponds that were growing shellfish, growing oysters and mussels and stuff. So I drew that out. And when I told that dream, you suggested that I buy and eat those delicious smoked oysters, which I do every week. So every time I open a tin and eat it, I'm reminded of the discussion, I'm reminded of the dream, and I know that I am doing something that somewhere my body needs.
Wonderful.
So yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, these are just some of the ways in which we can follow up on our dreams and act on them. And that is so important, because that's one of the ways that we demonstrate that we value our dreams. And it's like any other relationship. When we value the relationship and we put energy into it, we get something out of it. So yes. Thank you for sharing your experience today and for being with me here. I want to thank all your dreamers for being here. Leave a comment if you want, and a thumbs up if you like. I'm going to post on here every new and full moon. If you subscribe to this channel, then you'll receive notice each time that I post to it. You'll see on the screen information on my website, my email, and go to those places to learn about my groups, my workshops, and my private dream consultations. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free, and may you have big dreams. Thank you for being with me today, Linda, and see you all next time.